Oh. Oh, good. You made it. I went ahead and got some horseradish. I was going to go ahead and pot those up while I was waiting for you. I got to show you something. Come on, let's plant. We'll get to these in a little bit. Yes, the sweet potato's still okay underneath the bale, but that's not what I wanted to show you. Check it out. Bale update. The lettuce has sprouted. Not only there, but across the way. Let's go take a look. Fantastic, we got lettuce. Well, our peppers and tomatoes haven't fallen over, so we'll see what we get there. But I'm a sucker for a sale. I had to stop by. I found a couple little cabbages and a couple little sweet basil on sale for $1. So could I leave them there? Not when I got a side of straw that needs some planting. Let's go ahead and put these in the straw, see what we can get. From what I understand, all you got to do is make a little hole in the side. These plant in really easy. All right, one thing we didn't talk about last time, I had several people concerned that I didn't charge these. And what I mean by charge these, so if you have a fresh bale of straw, over several days you're supposed to add water and high nitrogen. That way you got your browns and your greens just like your compost. It helps the bale break down and add nutrients, gives some support to the roots of the new plants you're putting in. We put these bales out November, December time frame, so they've been out all winter, they've been rained on. Shoot, they had mushrooms growing in them the other day. So I believe these are charged, and what I'm going to do is we're putting some of our cold compost in there anyhow, just as a little boost. And on the side, I believe you do it just the same. We're just adding a little bit of compost down in there. Now what they said, supposed to be able to plant these straight on the side. Now that's a little root bound, so you want to loosen those up a little bit. So what we're going to do, we're going to push that right in there, kind of at an angle. There's a little void at the bottom. You just fill that in. Water this in. That's good and wet in there as it is, but let's get a little water on it. That's where this squirt bottle comes in pretty handy. Get a little bit on our tomatoes. See how wet that is? So it's breaking down in there. Now I see why they were giving them away for $1. These are pretty root bound. Let's go ahead and bust off these bad leaves. We can just throw it on the ground. Ooh, that is root bound. Make sure you bust those up a little bit. See how they're all nice and tangled? It's not really a good sign. You really want to get them in a little before that. But for $1, couldn't just leave it there. Okay, there's a little hole on the bottom. I can't show you that really, but you just feel that. Fill that back in with soil. In this case, we're using the compost. Throw a little water on it. All right, let's go ahead and put in a little basil. Take a little bigger hole because these are a little bigger container. Just work out a little bit of the straw. That's all you got to do. Just work yourself in there a little bit. Ah, ah. Just joking. You don't want to get too big of a handful at once. It'll make it tough to tug out of here. But see if that's a good enough angle. I don't know if this is going to work. Now these roots aren't too bad, but we got 3 plants in here. Goes much further than that, it would be really root bound. Just kind of push it on up in there. Get a little soil down on it. Now I'm gonna backfill with this straw we put up just underneath here to help support that till it gets going good in there. Give it a little drink. A little drink on our peppers. And then you can go in the end of the bale. Same thing. Your fingers, you can just hook and just kind of pull. Look how wet that is. Look how wet that is in there. And it's decaying. That's beautiful. Just put a little compost back in that hole. And these roots are really nice, so that ought to be okay. I can really get that one in. I can really shove that one in. And we watered it in a little bit. On this beautiful evening, and I'll be dogged. And look at that. Why we didn't take the broccoli completely out. They're all making new little flowers. Those are going to be good eating. So let's go ahead and put this other basil in right here. There's a baby praying mantis. We've had 2 hatches. Put another couple hundred out here. They need to get in the game. But I know this one's been out here at least 4 days. He needs to start eating bugs. Now we got a little bit planted in the garden. Let's go ahead and get these horseradishes in. Now look at the roots on there. It's not overly root bound. And hopefully it'll make some nice deep roots that we can have some really nice horseradish. These did really well in the greenhouse. See how they do out here in the yard. Backfill. Check this one out. And I think those are okay, but let's give it a little chance. Let's take out that small growth there at the bottom. And again, some really nice roots. Those will all turn into nice horseradish roots. And we can make some good horseradish and save some for next year. This is one of the bigger rhizomes. It looks like there's 2. We could actually take that out and split it if we wanted to. We're just going to let it go like this. Now this leaf right here is a little discolored. We can leave it, but by taking off the weaker leaves, we allow the plant to put more of its energy into making roots. And with this plant, that's what we want, roots. And see here again, really nice roots. Whenever you transplant, just go ahead and make sure they got a little drink of water. That'll help settle the soil in around. Now the roots do need oxygen, but they don't need voids. And by adding some, by watering them in, you reduce all those voids, and you give them a nice little start. Me and Riley want to thank you for coming to the garden. We got some horseradish in, we did some succession planting in the hay bales, and we've got some lettuce up. Can you believe it? Till next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant. Let's go plant garden.